Did he ever love me?
Did he ever love me?
Ever love me?
Oh God, how long's it been?
I'm actually really anxious for her. She goes, Assalamu alaikum, I hope you're doing well. I am in a dilemma and would appreciate your input, darling. We are here to help.
We're here, but babes, we're here for you.
We're the nannies, let's go. I've been friends with a guy for 6 years and dated for 3 years-ish. We know each other ever since high school. He said he always had, I said that in such a British accent, he said he always
had a little crush on me.
Literally, yeah. He said he always had a crush on me and that is...
So what? It says he always had a crush on me.
Yeah.
That is hilarious.
I know, that's why I laughed that you said it that way.
Kindred spirits, me and that guy.
I know. He's always had a crush on me. I can't, why am I talking like this? He said he always had a crush on me and that he was just afraid to tell me we are best friends and very close. Recently, I struggled a lot with our relationship, even if I call it that. He says he is not financially ready to get married at the moment, which I understand. But what I struggle with is his desire to keep up with a certain image. He doesn't want anybody to know about us. So much so that if we're on a call at night, one of his family members calls, he would cut the call so that nobody asks him who he's talking to at night time. He had bought a gift, but his sister saw it and assumed that it was for me, but he did not correct her. Okay.
He's really trying to keep it hidden.
He cannot talk to me on the phone when he's at when he's at his parents' house, and he changed my name on his phone so that nobody suspects a thing. I'm currently working independent, so his behaviour seems a little childish given that he's 27 years old. He's saved her as bloody...
Like Tom.
Mr. Patel.
George.
What the hell?
Farmer George.
Farmer George. I expressed to him that I feel like a dirty secret and that this is quite hard for me. He said that I was just overthinking and that all will be okay and I should just give him time. The problem is that he's not giving me the reassurance that I need in terms of timeline. I feel like we are at different points in our lives. After a lot of thought, I told him that we should just be friends since the situation wasn't working for him and for me, and he agreed very easily. Since then, our texts have become very forceful and meaningless. There were just a bunch of hellos and how are yous. I expected him to reassure me some way, but he did nothing at all, and the meaningless conversations were quite exhausting for me. So I told him that I needed space and I would not reply to his text should he text for the time being. He just replied with a crying emoji and said that it's sad and that if that is what it is, then it's for the best, and I hope to get a text from you soon. It hurt that he could not fight for me a little bit and so easily said fine. It's been almost 3 weeks, no contact, and he has not texted nor looked for me. Is it that I do not mean much to him, or he doesn't care, or what? All I need was reassurance, but even after having a conversation with him, I never got it. What would you advise me to do? To me, it seems like he's not interested.
Yeah, he's either got issues with commitment.
He's 27 years old.
Yeah, he has never been married. He's either got issues with commitment, or he has some things that he needs to work through internally.
I genuinely think, yeah, if we read back to key points that gave me the
it's the changing the name on the phone, it's the hiding the gift from the sister. Was there another one? Oh, the family like basically getting off the phone when the family's around.
Yeah.
So just a lot of hiding.
Yeah, to me it just seems like he's not, I think...
Because if the man was really interested in her, would he not be really excited to tell his family about her?
And also, he's a grown-ass man. He's 27 years old. What you're telling me, that you can't have a phone with the girl's number on it. To me, it also seems like two things. He's either got someone else,
yeah,
and she's citing.
She's citing, yeah.
And that's why he's kind of not being upfront about it.
Yeah. Or
he's just not into her like that.
Or he could have an attachment style that doesn't necessarily, you know.
But I don't think an attachment style explains him not writing her name on the phone.
No.
That's weird.
That is weird.
That to me says,
do you know what?
I'm hiding you.
Personally, I just think you're not married to the guy. Just, do you know what I mean? Just get rid of him.
I genuinely think he's stringing you along.
Just get rid of him.
And it's also the fact that you said I want space. You said all the things that we would tell you to do, and then he's continuing to text you to like.
But can I ask a question? Has he ever given her any reassurance within that whole?
Yeah.
So what did he say he was going to do?
He said to her that she's overthinking and that all will be okay, that she should give him time.
Yeah, that's not reassurance. Has he ever said anything concrete? Anything that suggests...
About marriage, no.
Right, so I don't think he's...
I don't think he's into you.
I don't think he's the man for her.
I think sometimes guys like a bit of share car, I'll be honest.
They just love to
They
chat.
like the brrr at night time. They like the little bit of shakansi at night time.
That's what I'm saying.
They want a nice, you know, a comfortable voice to chat to at night.
He could just be bored out of his mind. He could have no hotline bling, and he
Literally.
thought, oh, I've got this one.
Yeah, and she's my bestie.
Yeah,
we've known each other for all this long.
And I've got a bit of a crush on her.
Exactly.
However, I am not going to put
effort
in. I'm not going to be all in.
Now, if you knew a guy was into you,
he would be showing you off.
Exactly.
He would be telling his mum,
his sisters.
He'd have a little spring in his step. He'd be excited for those phone calls. He'll be the one initiating them.
Do you know what I mean? He'd be jumping to get advice from his sisters.
Right?
What present do I get her?
What do I do for her today? I really want to see. Yeah, he'll be arranging, you know, meetups, all of that.
It's not hard to communicate with someone that wants you.
He'll be like, oh, what's your father's number?
Boom. Do you know what I mean? It's very easy. They'll text you, they'll message you, they'll talk to you. Now, it's recognizing that when we're not wanted is the problem. Because in our eyes, we like, and we're not, I don't think it's something to blame yourself for.
No.
I think we all do it at the end of the day because we're in situations where we want someone so much that we think we're the ones to change them. But I genuinely don't think you can change someone. I think they can only change themselves.
Now, one thing about marriage that I realised, yeah, is it's very effing easy to get married. It's a very easy thing to do. Now, if the man isn't giving you any signs that he's willing to take that step, for the sake of Allah, just leave him be, let him go.
And how exhausting for you.
Right, putting in all that time, all that effort, all
that overthinking,
all the emotions.
Every time you look at his, he sends you a little dribble of a text,
a little breadcrumb,
little eyes, a little heart, and then you're overthinking about
a little bit
heart.
of cheese, and you're just going to be the mouse that goes me, 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 me. Don't be the mouse, honey.
No.
Be the eagle, fly away.
Honestly, this is what they do. They make us overthink, overanalyze everything to the point where you're like thinking when he sends you one little message, one little cryptic message to say, oh, what are you doing later? With a heart, you're thinking, oh my God, he wants me, he wants to see me. But darling, think he's probably on 10 other dates.
Another thing that is like a massive red flag for me in this situation is that she communicated a very clear boundary that she was to go no contact with him.
And he kept going.
And he kept going. And also, on top of that, his response to that was really childish. The crying emoji.
He was like,
I'm gonna be sad. Like, he didn't even...
He's like, to me, it's like he's taunting her.
Right? So if I was a man who wanted this woman, what would I do if a woman told me she's going no contact with me? What would I do as a man?
I'd start panicking.
Yeah, I'd start panicking. I want you.
Babe,
I'm so sorry.
Yeah.
Maybe I made a mistake. Let's try again.
Or if he respected you, he would have said, okay, cool, let's give each other space, see how that goes.
Yeah. But now I guarantee he's gonna come little sniveling.
But he did though, that's what he did.
I know, but he's gonna come back and nothing's gonna change.
Yeah, he's gonna be the same.
He's gonna be the same little weirdo.
But the point is, how can you learn from this and move past it? Because we're trying to put you on game.
Exactly. So
forget him.
Yeah, forget him. Let's put him to one side because he's gone. He's out of the picture now. Sis, you have to see this as a lesson. You have a clear example of an interaction with a man that you know is clearly one foot in and one foot out, right? Your next situation with a male is going to be very different because you're going to be able to catch that behaviour very quickly.
And also, guys, can we just be very vocal and very straight up if we're talking to these men now? Because if they want you, they want you, and if they don't, they don't. And you don't want to be in this desperate, like, I'm not saying you're desperate, but you don't want to be in this situation where they like reel you in like a fish, and then the moment you want them, they're like throwing you out like it's nothing. You need to be direct with your next person that you speak to. Look, I've got to understand, this is what you're going to say, yeah? I want to get married. I'm ready for marriage. Are you? This is the time frame that I want to get married in. Is that something you're interested in?
Can you accommodate this time frame?
Okay, this is the time, and then you talk about everything. Be like, in terms of money, this is what
the talking stage should be about.
Do you know what I mean?
Oh, you know,
I love you, let's go to Starbucks. You need to put it on him.
Yeah, you need to
You're
shake
like,
him.
This is the lifestyle that I want.
He needs to get shook.
Exactly. This is the lifestyle that I want.
And if he can't take the heat, put him in the bin.
Exactly. If he says to you, and also don't cut his stick and don't put yourself down. You need to be like to him, if you want a big ass wedding, I want a big wedding. Vocalize it.
If you want a 10k meher, I want a 10k meher.
This is what I want. This is how you're gonna have me. If you want a soft life where you want to move to Doha or you want to move to Australia, my friend, this is the life that I want.
Vocalize it.
Can you accomplish?
Say it out loud. Don't be afraid to say what you want. Don't be afraid to say what you desire. Say it, because another reason why you should say it is because his reaction is going to tell you everything.
Exactly.
It's going to tell you, is he all in, is he not? The man is quaking in his boots and he doesn't know what to say and his tongue twisted type. That man is not for you.
No. And also, don't accommodate for him. No way.
He's just a prospect.
At the beginning, don't accommodate for anything. You can accommodate for your husband
You've just chosen this man in a pool of talent. You're going to pick another one.
Exactly. But when a person knows what you want, the direction you're going, that you want marriage, that this is the lifestyle that you want, if he can't accommodate that, then my friend, this is not for you. That's all you say. Like, it's okay, you're not the type of person that I want.
Yeah, you're not really on my wave.
Wallahi, sprinkle, sprinkle.
Sprinkle, sprinkle.
We drop gems out. High five. No way. You're not, as a woman, in a Somalia, Muslim girl.
I actually know she's Somali.
Because I saw her name.
Oh, did you?
Muslim girl.
I know Somali.
Wow.
My sister.
Listen.
No way, Ninka.
You don't need this man. All my girls. That's how my mom speaks.
All my girls.
Because you are my girls. Don't be scared. I need to translate.
Don't be scared.
Don't be scared of rejection. No way.
Don't be scared of voicing your desires, your needs, your wants.
And don't be scared of rejection. Like him saying, oh yeah, I can't do that. It shows poorly on him.
Yeah.
Because it shows that you came in here and you weren't about business.
No, exactly.
It's a business transaction here. You want the lifestyle that you want, you've got to create that. And the only way to do it is, you're not going to be, you're sitting there going, are you going to see me? No! We are becoming women with direct goals.
Go forward. Tie your waist.
In Somali they say tie your waist.
Tie your waist.
No, tie your waist.
Yeah,
just like, I mean, just be like a very strong-willed person. Shall I tell you why? Because you can, if you're emotional,
if you lead with emotions, it's just going to be really tricky. It's going to be very tricky. If you lead with your head,
logic and thought,
rationale, you'll be able to, you know,
you're going to outsmart all of them.
Yeah, you can be
this little boy going.
Yeah, you're going to be able to separate the men from the boys.
That's it. Do you know what I mean? And if you are feeling emotional and you've had this, talk with your friends.
Talk with your friends.
Write it down in a
Rationalize it with your friends, because they'll tell you. If something is not right for you, your friends will tell you.
And that's another thing I wanted to say. I think it's really, really important to be honest with your friends when you're speaking to guys. Because they're the ones that can show you if this guy is an F-boy or not. Yeah. Because he might be hiding so many things from you. They might see him out on the street.
No, do you know what happens? Is when you're talking to someone, you're just in the bubble of love and flowers and sunshine and lollipops and rainbows. It's really difficult to tap into the rationality of a situation. So when you explain to your friends how the conversation goes, what he's saying to you, what type of things you're hearing, they will be able to separate their emotion and use logic only. And that's why it's important to speak to your friends about it, because your emotions are separated from it.
And you need the CRB check.
You need the CRB check. Oh,
FBI Central. You've got to cultivate your pack. Start the FBI Central. We need to know the 411 of this man and his lifestyle.
Exactly.
If you don't know it.
I used to be the queen of CRB checks.
Yeah, you are. And you still are, love. I hope that's helped you. Now, we're saying what we're saying to advise you as best as you can. Obviously, you need to think about what you want. But I'm genuinely saying, guys, if you're a young girl and you're enjoying your best life and this man has come into your space, taking up space in your brain and your life, you need to rethink the situation. You need to get what you want out of the situation. I'm over it, man. I'm over it. They're all taking the piss out of us. Well,
oh, God, you're on one today, aren't you?
No, they're pissing me off. What does he mean, sad face?
No, honestly, this is so unserious.
Ew.
Oh.
And he's 27 years old. You know, 27 is a big, big age.
It's a big age, you know.
What the hell?